Hey guys, you're watching BTech. I'm Basil, and this video is all about websites and coffee, specifically cold brew coffee. What's coffee got to do with websites? Apart from the fact that web developers the world over have probably relied on many of these. In the process of reviewing GoDaddy's website creator, I've also built a website all about cold brew coffee. Giving you some backstory, while hot brew coffee is fantastic, I drink way too much. Cold brew coffee is in many ways better for you. It's got way less acid. It's also got a much smoother taste as well. So it's just a little bit more to enjoy cold. Although you can also heat it up for a less acidic brew that is better for your teeth. And as for GoDaddy's website creator, for the first time ever, it works on your smartphone. So when you buy a URL, you don't even need to be tethered to a PC or a laptop in order to start getting yours off the ground. Now, before we make a website, we have to make some collateral, images, videos, etc. And I'm gonna do all these today on the Honor 8 Pro. So we've got a big Kilner jar. You can use pretty much any jar, Tupperware, although a lot of people don't want to use plastic. Also use your favorite coffee. And don't worry, it will retain the pure flavor of the coffee. So if you want to use expensive coffee, use expensive coffee, but even cheaper coffee tastes nice and smooth. As far as the ratios go, you want 1/8 coffee, 7/8 water. That's 1 part coffee, 7 parts water. Mix this together really well, and there's very little else to do other than seal it and refrigerate it. Now you'll notice that I'm making quite a lot of this stuff, and that's because it keeps for up to 2 weeks. Another advantage that cold brew coffee has over hot brew coffee. What's even better, you've got the versatility of hot or cold brew by simply heating up the cold brew for that nice smooth flavor. Now that you've mixed your water and your coffee, you'll want to refrigerate it for up to 24 hours in the fridge. Any more than that and it starts to get a little bit too bitter. Me personally, I aim for around 18 hours refrigerated time. If you want to have a quicker cold brew, you can leave it out on a counter at room temperature for around 12 hours and that should do the job as well. Right, now that the coffee's in the fridge, let's make our site. So from the start, the website creator's loaded up with a whole bunch of themes that you can choose to make your website look exactly how you want to within reason. Because they're preset themes and preset template styles, it's all going to feel a little bit claustrophobic to anyone who's used to writing their own code. This feature is not made for you, so look elsewhere. But if you're a website noob or just want something done in a rush on the fly, this is a fantastic tool. You can edit your website in real time, adding sections by pressing the really intuitive big plus section. As far as adding pages goes, also super easy. Left-hand side at the top, it says page. There's a drop-down menu. Use that to add pages. And the 3 lines to the left-hand side of the screen link through to options pertaining to making the website live, your online shop, and connected social accounts, etc. If you haven't taken your own images, you needn't worry. There are a whole bunch of stock images loaded on board the website creator. What you get to do is decide which part of the image is a focal point and what style you want the image to be incorporated in. There are a whole bunch of typefaces within, and while it's frustrating that it doesn't give you the freedom to change the typeface of each element, for example, one thing is for certain: by the end of the experience, you'll end up with a website that has a unified look and feel. While this template-based system does mean that it's relatively foolproof, unfortunately, on a mobile browser at least, across a couple of devices, we found the text entry fields weren't always playing ball. So even though we were able to create the fundamental structure of the website on our smartphone, we still had to revert to our PC every now and then just to fill out some niggly text entry boxes. The fact you also can't make titles hyperlinks is also just a little bit annoying. It meant that, for example, in our recipe section, tapping through on the title of each recipe wouldn't link through to the recipe, but the workaround was clicking through on the picture, which you can make a link. Now that the website's done, we can finish up our cold brew coffee, so we've got the photos and the videos to throw into our recipe. When it comes to equipment, you really don't need very much, but one of these will definitely help. It's a fine mesh sieve. So the first run through of the coffee will go through just this. You'll collect the coffee grounds in the sieve, throw them in the bin. Don't throw the coffee grounds in the sink. They can't get processed. So try and let as few go through as possible. Once you've done your first filter, you'll want to line your mesh sieve with either a sheet of fine muslin, a tea towel, or if you're at a pinch, you can even use a kitchen roll. Run the coffee through again and it should collect all the finer granules, and then you'll be done. You'll have your cold brew ready to refrigerate or enjoy hot or cold. And as for GoDaddy's website builder, £6.99 a month upwards means that you're going to get a really comprehensive, easy to use website creator that a novice could use and someone who's a bit more experienced and in a hurry. £6.99 a month does add up, and there are the various tiering systems, so you will be paying more if you want to take advantage of the online shop benefits. But as long as you're okay with that, I can wholeheartedly recommend the user experience. On a smartphone, you'll probably get 90% there, and then you can add the finishing touches on your PC. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and you can enjoy your cup of cold brew while making your website. Let us know what you thought of it in the comments section below. And if you like the channel, subscribe. It's how you'll stay on top of everything we do. Thanks for watching BTech.